Welcome to SwitchCorner, my name is Alex. Today we're going to be taking a look at my favourite Switch deals covering the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. Now this video any price goes, but with a difference this week. There's a fair few deals coming in under $10 or so because a huge amount of these deals they end in just a few days. So with that luck, hit subscribe, join us here for reviews and deals near daily, and let's get started. If you are grabbing anything from the eShop, then consider using CORNERSHOP.gg for your eShop credit. It's going to be instant email delivery. You'll be getting 10% off at checkout using a code CORNER. As always, then I do have two winners to announce for two $10 eShop gift cards and two more to give away. To enter, drop a comment down below and the winners they'll be announced in next week's video. Before we do get into this video as well, finally, look, this sale has been going on now for a couple of weeks. If I do miss anything, think Streets of Rage 4, maybe Shredder's Revenge. There's a good chance you'll find those in the videos from the last, week or so. Find those videos though in the pinned comment down below. There's a ton of massive deals happening right now. Severed Steel then to kick us off, and this one's rocking 35% off. That is a new low price. It's a first person shooter. It's more in line with think a Ghost Runner than a traditional experience in the sense it's going to be small bite-sized levels with a decent difficulty curve asking you to clear rooms of enemies. It's got this ultra stylish design to it all though, and somewhat destructible environments. Definitely makes it a game you want to play over. Find my review though in the pinned comment down below, but I'll say it here, I feel many were more impressed than me, but a low resolution and a stumbling frame rate it let me down. Make up your own mind though, see if it's gonna be one for you. The Persistence is back then, matching the low in 90% off, and it would be a great option as we head into October and Halloween. A sci-fi horror first-person experience. It's a roguelite one where I will say it at least packs checkpoints, but you're basically this security officer that dies and gets cloned to save this space vessel from heading into a black hole. It was a VR game originally, you can see that in some of the movement mechanics, but still it's really good stuff. You can see my full review in the pinned comment below though, and while I wouldn't consider it too scary, more think zombies, it is creative and unlike most games available currently on the Nintendo Switch. Overlord Escape from Nazarick then is an action-adventure game with a minor Metroidvania influence. I did some sponsored coverage on this particular title, and it spurred me to add the anime of the same name to my backlog. I loved the pixel style, it rocked though, and once I got my head around the controls, really enjoyed it overall, especially her grappling hook of sorts and the magic. The thing that did surprise me though, once the preview video was done, I did head back in and it was actually on the shorter side than what I was expected, right around 5 hours. Also again, I had no knowledge of the anime, but it seems this is not a fan favourite character from all of the comments I was getting. It's back, matching the low though here, 20% off. My hero one's Justice 2 then will be for the arena brawler fans out there. Now I grew up on games like Power Stone back in the day, and I've always been a sucker for the genre. I think this is one of the better options on the Switch. Looks incredible visually, it has a fun story mode that takes some time to overcome, and it's basically running you through the anime of the same name. Of course then as well, it's as flashy as you would expect. Of course then, look, it's not deep from a mechanical standpoint, but that's fine, there's still elements to master, but anyone can pick it up and play, and then you'll be delivering some devastating attacks before you know it. It's matching the low then, 75% off, and you'll find my full review, it's in the pinned comment down below. A shout out then to RedDeerGames for sponsoring today's video with their major sale that's on right now. I've got another 3 games to shout out for you all today, and we're starting with Rolling Car Deluxe. This one, it's 76% off, and this one's actually new to me too. It's a racer that challenges you with following a looping conveyor belt while platforming along the way. It's going to be 30 challenges packed with obstacles to overcome, and it is the deluxe edition packing car skins. Then they have LA Metals. Now this one's 84% off. It packs single player, but it's really been designed for local 2 to 4 player support, and it's throwing you into 30 levels to battle it out as one of 6 metalheads. It's promising over the top cartoony violence and metal soundtrack, of course, and yeah, basically I think at this point you already know if it's gonna be one for you. It also has levels that slowly transition with hazards as you do progress. Finally, Altaria, it's a spin on the classic point and click genre, but a post-apocalyptic world. It's going to be 1,000 lines of dialogue across 50 locations, and you are on a pilgrim to take revenge on the killer of your guardian. Now this one, it's 84% off, and below in the pinned comment, find a link to the eShop with all of the current RedDeerGames on sale right now. Lost in Play then, while I'm on point and clicks, it was a recent release. I thought this was a great little modern spin. It's basically following these 2 kids in an attempt to get home who basically lose themselves in their own imagination. What proceeds is an adventure through the weird and wonderful in a chapter-like format, but it's good fun with some entertaining puzzles, and I especially liked the cartoon-like visuals. It's pretty reasonable as well in runtime. I'd say 6 or so hours maybe to get through, and the visuals and the audio, as I said, great stuff. My only real complaint, there can be a bit too much in the way of back and forth because it's very much a 2D design, so some of the bigger locations, they can kind of like drag on a little bit. Check out my full review though in the pinned comment. It's a new low price though, that is 35% off. Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishment then is for adventure fans that want, you know, a puzzle game but less point and click, more deduction based. Takes you through a number of cases as one of, if not the most famous detective ever. It's an incredible port as well. It looks stunning on the Switch, plays really well as well. What I love though, you only get one shot. You can actually get the culprit wrong. It's third person though, and it's all about exploration, interrogation, and looking for the all-important clues. It's incredibly smart though and really well done. It makes you feel like you're absolutely overcoming these challenges. It's matching the low price then, that is 50% off, and my full review is in the pinned comment down below. Infernax then is an action platformer, somewhat a Metroidvania influenced at least, and an absolute love letter to the world of 8-bit gaming. Think simplistic in gameplay but often incredibly challenging in its navigation. I picked this up after release, I do not regret it, but maybe if you get frustrated easily, it's probably going to be one you should keep away from. You can even though in-game buy new weapons, armor and items, so it's adding a dash of RPG to its gameplay. Where it gets real interesting though, leveling up will adapt the way you need to play, and there's even multiple endings based around the decisions you do make. The story, you return following a war to find this kingdom in disarray, overcome by corruption and just all sorts of beasts. Of course, you are now out to save the day. It's matching the low price here, that is going to be 20% off. Kunai then is another Metroidvania styled platformer, not quite as difficult though, and this one we play a ninja tablet infused with the soul of an ancient warrior in a world that's been overrun by an evil AI. Along the way we'll be unlocking new skills and increasing in strength. It's packed full of locations though to explore and enemies to take down. I was really impressed, especially love the art style, and then you can think throwing in weapons and a solid soundtrack to back it all up. Definitely worth a look, it's matching the low here with 60% off. Doom and Destiny Worlds then is one or two pickups for me this week. As always, not played them, but maybe you'll want to join me for the ride, and this one, it's 69% off, which marks a new low price. I believe this isn't actually the first in the series. I know there's at least one more as it's on the Switch, but here it's an open world turn-based RPG with a dash of survival. I'd for sure go and watch a full review, but it seems we'll be taking on everything from cosplaying goblins to cursed genies with 60 islands to traverse. Alongside that, farming, crafting and support for 4-player local co-op. Again, I'd watch a full review, but between the slew of promised mechanics and that visual style, it did enough to sell me to part with my cash. Then my other pickup, Let's Build a Zoo. Now I've been playing this all week, honestly, I'm loving it. It's 15% off, that is a launch discount. They actually sent me a review code, full transparency there, and the title says it all. Although there's not a huge amount of reviews out as well, just look to Steam where it is well loved. I think what makes it most unique, it's promising 500 animals, but then you can actually splice DNA and make over 300,000. It's got a simple but effective pixel style though, and then all of the business management aspects you would expect. There's even a bundle with a DLC that throws in dinosaurs, and yeah, to me that seems like a more than worthy way to kind of spend a little more cash. That said though, I've not played the DLC myself, but I am always down for a whole new campaign of content and tons of extra items and creatures. Everhood then is here with 33% off, matching the low this. One of the most unique games on the Nintendo Switch, it comes highly recommended. For me, it has that same sense of humour that we see in games like Undertale, and it's a self-described unconventional adventure RPG. The less you know though here, the better off you will be, but expect essentially an adventure with music-based battles, and overall this game it is great fun. It's 5 to 6 hours of content though, and I'm going to let the eShop description do the talking here. Welcome to the world of Everhood, where up is down, left is right, where time has stopped and strange creatures roam. Here you control a wooden doll whose arm has been stolen by a blue gnome. Watch a review, but do not let it give too much away. If you like the sound of it, just go ahead and jump right in. A cool visual and audio design as well wraps up that package. Hades then, and I'm keeping it quick because I spoke to it just a few weeks back. It requires very little in the way of introduction. It's basically a king of a game on the Nintendo Switch at this point. Just incredible gameplay, multiple weapons, tons of boss encounters, and stunning visual and audio design. That said though, a few weeks back it was exclusive to the US and Canada. Now if you are in the UK, EU and Australia, you do get your chance with it rocking 40% off. That is going to be matching the low price, and you'll find my full review in the pinned comment below. Our first winner of the week then, it's going to Jeffrey, who shouted out Shredder's Revenge, and like pretty much everyone that's played it, giving it a massive recommendation. I absolutely agree. Congrats so Jeffrey, drop me an email to claim your code, and everyone else, drop a comment down below for your chance to win in next week's video. While I'm on the first winner as well, just a couple of days back I actually got my first ever Telegram impersonator in the comments. Please know I will never message in comments for winners or ask you to contact me there or pay shipping. That is ridiculous. It's always going to be contact me via email. You'll find it in the description. Please ignore any comments like it. I hide them as quickly as possible, but some no doubt slip through, and they also make these accounts quicker than I can keep up. Cuphead and the delicious last course then is here with 26% off. That marks a new low price. It's the base game and the DLC. It's an incredible game, so needed a shout out. But I was also just excited to see a physical was finally announced this week. It's going to be I Am 8-Bit, and I love what they do with physical releases. A side-scrolling boss rush experience, so it is a masterpiece with incredible visuals, a stunning music, and even better gameplay. It's not easy though, and a combination of run and gun and flying of sorts, but it's all about mastering attack patterns and parries. The DLC just as good, but focuses squarely on bosses only, and it introduces a new playable character as well. This one's an easy pickup in my eyes if you can stomach the challenge. Our second winner then, Lamar, who's considering Diablo for the backlog. I didn't get much chance to play myself, but opinions in the comments, they were definitely mixed. I'm still looking forward to checking it out, but I'm barely past installation at this point. Congrats so Lamar, drop me an email to claim your code, and everyone else, drop a comment down below for your chance to win in next week's video. Our final games of the week then, No More Heroes 1 and 2, both here matching the low with 25% off. Now I reviewed both of these on the channel, find those in the pinned comment. We even recently got the third entry as well, and that did not disappoint, but head back here to where it all started with Travis Touchdown. The idea though, basically third person action games where you are fighting to top the assassin leaderboards. The narrative though ridiculous and unapologetically immature, and that is why I love them. The gameplay is a blast as well, and while the open world of the first game a little dated by today's standards, it is still a great time. Now that was removed from the second game, but the boss encounters in either of them are a blast, as are the mini games like collecting up coconuts or mowing the grass to cover any entry fees. And that is the video down. Will you be picking anything up and adding it to the library? Let me know in the comments down below. With that then, hit subscribe, join us here for reviews and deals near daily, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.